Touchdown, West Philly!
A chance for the Chargers, and they score!
In the front, Fuzzy again!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. My name is Ben Barber, and today on Community Insights, we have a very special guest, Jessica Senior from J&R Senior Sheet Metal. Jess, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So tell me a little bit about J&R Senior Sheet Metal.
So we are a third generation family owned and operated business. We specialize in mainly custom copper work, but we do a lot of aluminum work as well. We do a lot of the products that we offer are custom flashings, roof vents, a lot of home exterior, a lot of home exterior things, roof vents, wall vents. We also do a lot of like metal standing seam roofs and a lot of those like copper accent pieces that you see on homes, especially around Watch Hill. We also work in Jamestown, Narragansett. We do a lot over on Block Island as well.
That makes sense. Is there a do the copper accents to the roofs with the coastal homes, or is that something you see more on the coastal homes?
Yeah, most definitely, especially because when you're dealing with a home that's on the water, water tightness is a big concern. Trying to keep that home dry. So the copper really does. The copper, yes, adds a great accent piece, but it also really contributes to keeping a home dry, and it lasts a lot longer than I guess wood or anything like that.
That makes sense. So you said this is third generation.
Yes.
Or 3 generations of it. Mm-hmm. Would you be the third generation? Are you?
Yes. Yep. So It's the company originally started with my grandfather and my father. It started as a roofing and contracting company. And then back in 2005, it changed over to just primarily sheet metal. My dad kind of saw a need for sheet metal. There weren't a whole lot of businesses doing it at the time. So he decided, hey, let me give this a shot. And back in 2005, it kind of turned into primarily sheet metal.
Wow. So for the last 20 years, you guys have been specializing in just sheet metal.
Yes.
That's incredible. Is that the grandfather? Okay. So I know that you have a grandfather that built a house slowly for a long time. Is that the other side of the family, or is that this side?
Yeah, it's the other side of the family.
Okay, never mind then. I was like, I've literally watched this man build a house over the course of 2 years, and that was fantastic. All right, never mind.
A lot of home builders in the family, though. Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. How did you get involved or when did you get involved in the business?
So I decided, this was after COVID. I decided to leave the medical field, just general burnout. Wasn't really sure where exactly I wanted to go after leaving healthcare. I also found at the time it was kind of hard to get any type of like administrative job. Trying to convey that, like, yes, my bedside, all of my bedside skills can translate over to an office was pretty hard to do. So I just said, you know what, let me go back to school. Let me take a step, just step in the right direction. Not really like with a goal in mind or anything like that. I just decided, hey, let's go back to school. I applied to CCRI, went through that whole process. And at the time, I just decided to jump into like a business administrative, accounting degree, thinking like, you're always going to be needed in the finance.
Everyone needs an accountant for sure.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Well, I took one accounting class, and that was the first time in my life that math made sense to me. So I took that and I ran with it. At the time, and also at the time, we were starting to see, especially here in Southern Rhode Island, right in Westerly, we started to see a lot of New Yorkers, people from New Jersey, coming to either live in their summer homes or their second homes, or we had a lot of people that were coming to buy property. So the business boomed as a result of that. People were buying homes to either tear them down and build these beautiful mansions, or they were renovating what they had already. And there was an increase for the sheet metal. And my dad at the time was running the business just kind of on his own with my grandfather, but he was the one that was doing all the fabricating and the installing. Business got crazy. And then at the time when I was in school, he had approached me and asked if I would be willing to come in and work for the business as well. And I actually started, it was my spring break. I did like a crash course with him, some of the lighter fabrication. So like a lot of the roof boots, the wall vents, and roof vents as well is all, the lighter stuff that can be made here. Started doing that. And I fell in love.
That's awesome. That's very cool. I noticed, I mean, once you get into a family business, it's hard to say no to it, right? So
yes.
The fact that you then fell in love with it is amazing.
Yeah.
I noticed on the website that you guys sell merchandise, like
yes,
that you make.
Yeah.
Okay, well, explain that, because that feels very different than the accents to the outside of houses and stuff. But also completely makes sense with the sheet metal. So explain the merchandise part.
So we have a CNC or a fiber optic laser that can cut and etch mostly any type of metal that we have. So this started, I can't remember exactly when the merchandise or all the crafty stuff had started, but a lot of that is thanks to my stepmom, Stephanie, because she's the one, she's got the creative brain in the shop. A lot of the artsy stuff, she will, she creates or will design. She does a lot of our custom orders as well. So even like, if we get a contractor that needs a custom vent or something like that, she designs that too. But yeah, that's all stuff that it's really great because we take what we have for like scrap metal and we recycle it into these beautiful coasters. We offer business card holders, and anything can be customized too. We do have a very small Etsy shop as well that we do, like there's just a few like decorative wall pieces or like pictures essentially. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, these are fantastic. You see like the Lighthouse coaster set, fruity drink coaster set. I do love fruity drinks. You have like all of Southern New England and New York. You can get the states as coasters. If you see here on the other side, margarita glasses, there's the Rhode Island coaster set. It's very cool. This is awesome. And like not necessarily something that you would think when you are calling a place to get a custom piece for a roofing fixture or whatever it may be, on your house. But that is so cool. What has been your favorite part about working in the family business?
Honestly, first it's working with family. It is really great. I'm very fortunate to say that we all get along really, really well. It's awesome to see family day in and day out. And it's really great too, because we can take, business is business here in the shop, but if we are sitting down for dinner just as a family, none of that is even brought up. We do a really great job of being able to separate business and personal life. And really, I guess the second part would be creating stuff with being able to create long lasting products with our hands.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
And kudos to the separation of business and family during family time, because I don't even do a good job with that, and none of my family works in the business. And yet I'm always like, "So this happened," and they're like, "Can you shut up, please?" So
I
so
know. Well, I tell people all the time that I get these like horrified looks when I tell people that I work with my family.
yeah,
At first it's like this horrified look, and I'm like, it's not as bad as what it is, I promise. Or it's not as bad as what you're thinking, I promise.
that's that's awesome. Well, I mean, I knew that it was a choice for you, because you had this you had this medical career, and things were going well in that. And
Hmm.
so if you were going to come back to the family business, that was going to be a choice that you made, and there had to be a good one, a good reason for it. I'm
Yeah.
so I never had a doubt that there was a healthy working relationship within the family. Uh, that's incredible. So what is it like? What are the things that people call you for the most? If someone was watching this and they may be thinking like, I have this issue, I have that issue, like what kind of phone calls are you getting the most?
Mainly, so we get a lot for our standing seam roofs. Metal roofing in general has become pretty popular as of late, whether that be accent pieces that are, like little accent roofs that people are putting standing seam metal on, or they're, a whole house with metal on in general.
Yeah.
It typically lasts a lot longer than asphalt shingles. It's usually, you think of an asphalt shingle roof, you're probably getting 20 to 30 years out of it, whereas a metal roof, you're getting 50 plus. All the materials after can be recycled. So it's a sustainable and green option as well.
That's great. So you can do a whole roof, and then also if someone has an asphalt shingle roof, there are accents that you can put on that as well.
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's like whatever you need,
Yeah. Yep.
you guys have. That's incredible. And then
Yeah.
I saw, so on like the homepage of the
Mhm.
website, I saw like a tub with copper all around, with metal all around it, as like the hero shot on that.
Yeah.
So like you guys are doing a ton of other things other than just and then of course the third picture is roofs, but there's so many things that you do with sheet metal that I just have literally never thought about.
Yeah. So actually that bathtub that's actually in my dad's house. That's his bathroom. And
Nice.
it's just kind of like the countertop around it. I actually have the house that I live in now is the one that I grew up in, and that him and my stepmom had lived in before. And that whole kitchen island is a copper countertop as well. And it's awesome. It's not for everyone because it doesn't keep that nice, bright, shiny copper look that you would expect. It does patina over time, but it is cool. The countertop has a lot of character. You drop you drop lemon juice or something on it, or I'll be cooking and there's lemon juice that goes flying and it leaves these like bright splotches all over the place. It gives it character. I love it.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And is this a situation where, now that the weather is getting nicer, people are looking for repairs or additions to things? Because a lot of the stuff that you're doing, especially with roofs and accent pieces on the exterior of houses, I would assume would be outdoors work. So,
Yes.
um, or are you making it are you making it in the where you are in your building and then transferring it, like, because are these custom pieces or?
It's a pretty good mix of both. Now that the weather has gotten nicer, we have a lot of contractors who are in the process of building, or they're getting ready for us. They're looking for roof boots, wall vents, for ventilation purposes as appliances are going in or as insulation is being put into the house. But then we also have some of our stuff too, like drip edge and certain flashings can be fabricated right here in our shop. And then they can either, we have people that will come, or contractors that will come and either pick them up to install themselves, or we take them and we can install them too.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Jess, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You can come back anytime, and I know that you'll be on the Ocean Community Show in a couple weeks.
Yes,
which is cool. And we have the website at the bottom, jrseniorsheetmetal.com. And how else can people contact you if they are looking for any of this stuff?
So all of our contact information is right on the website. You can shoot us an email or give us a call. I'm always right by the phone. I run a lot of the marketing and advertising as well. So I'm always right by the phone. You're always free to call or shoot us an email.
Very cool. And by the way, the social media stuff looks great for JR.
Thank you so much. That's been a completely new realm for me, and just video editing alone is crazy. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. As
someone who has done that for a very long time, you do a great job with that.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, guys, check out J&R Senior Sheet Metal. jrseniorsheetmetal.com, and call Jessica if you need anything. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Thanks, Ben.
Do you want to get your business in front of over 100,000 viewers every month? Advertise with 321 and enjoy the best value in local advertising while supporting free community live streams. Your message will be seen across live high school sports, morning shows, and local events, connecting you directly with engaged audiences, boosting your visibility, growing your brand, and helping us keep these broadcasts accessible to everyone for free. Partner with 321 today and watch your business thrive.